Kim, give us the details of this plan.
Well, it is a big day for Alberta. Premier Rachel Notley promised that climate change would be tackled when she assumed office in May, and she has delivered. Most notably, there will be a price on carbon, and it's going to be revenue neutral and cover a wide range of the economy, very similar to what's being done in British Columbia, Quebec, and California. And what this will mean to consumers is that the price of the pumps will go up for gasoline, and also it'll cost you more to heat your home. So by 2018, the cost of heating your house will rise about $500 a year on average. As I said, it's going to be economy-wide, and it will also be offset by what the Premier is describing as rebates to consumers. Some 60% of all Albertans will be compensated or rebated for the increased costs that they're going to face to heat their home or to fill up their vehicles with gasoline. Those details, of course, are going to be worked out in future. But the big headline from here, a carbon tax that will be wide-ranging. Also, an accelerated phasing out of coal-fired electrical plants by 2013. Again, it's going to be, some details will be worked out, but jobs will be compensated, or those who lose their jobs will be compensated, and it's supposed to be replaced by clean energy, and most notably by wind and natural gas energy. It'll be part of the phasing out of coal-fired electricity to a new economy based on clean energy. There's also going to be a plan to reduce methane, also a cap on emissions from the oil sands operation. So all in all, things that we have not heard in the dialogue in Alberta ever from the government, but this is quite an historic day in Alberta.
Right, a lot to pour through when you look at all the details of this plan. And she wouldn't really, Premier Notley, talk about whether there would be a carbon tax or not until today. Just
Right.
How big a change does this represent for Alberta?
You know, it's a huge change. As you ran a clip before I got on the air of Premier Notley with industry leaders and those from the environmental movement, they were all on the same stage and all being applauded. And the industry leaders have even gone so far to say today that that designation of dirty oil is going to be now a thing of the past. And remember, it wasn't so long ago that a previous Premier, Ralph Klein, attributed the increase in methane emissions from cow flatulence, though he used much more colorful language in the day to talk about those type of emissions. So dirty oil, perhaps a thing of the past. Plan to tackle coal and oil sands emissions and methane all wrapped up in a big bow, and details are going to be worked out. But all of them have been saying today that this is a plan that they can take to Paris, and Albertans can hold their head up high because they are not part of the problem anymore. Going forward, they have a plan to tackle what is plaguing the entire world.
And just really quickly before we let you go, we saw the stakeholders there and First Nations community chiefs saying that they applaud this, that they agree with this new plan. But what do you think? It's speculation, but what do you think the average Albertan is going to say about it?
Well, I think the tone is set from the top. And when you have everyone on stage from the industry, Suncor, Cenovus, to climate or environmental groups such as the Pembina Institute and government all standing together and saying this is a really good thing, I think Albertans want to move ahead on this, especially in light of Premier Notley consistently talks about how no pipelines have been built in the past, how long? Many, many years. And she says this is a way of improving Alberta's reputation. One of the industry leaders said today that the future is challenging, but it's bright in large part because of the plan that they have working forward or going forward. So this is a time when many Albertans have lost their job in the energy industry. This is the way that maybe they'll regain it, perhaps in a different fashion.
Well, I'm sure there will be lots more reaction to come this week, especially as she meets the Prime Minister tomorrow. Thanks so much, Kim.
You're very welcome.
The CBC's Kim Trinacity in Edmonton.